They didn't even call her Raya at first. To the soldiers, she was just another face in the refugee line. Barefoot, dirt-smudged, coat too thin for the cold. She never asked for seconds. Never cried. Never fought the others for blankets or food. She just stood there. Quiet. Watching. Her dark eyes moved like someone much older. Like she'd already seen what comes after the explosions. In the small war zone of Red Line Sector 4, Raya was one of dozens of war orphans crammed into a bombed-out school gym. Nobody knew where she came from. Some said she lost her parents in the second strike. Others guessed she'd been surviving alone for months. But the truth? No one asked. They mocked her sometimes. Called her Shadow Girl. Said she talked to herself. One soldier joked that she was broken in the head. But she never flinched. She just kept sitting near the old stage, where broken sandbags formed a sort of quiet corner. And each night, before the lights flickered out, Raya would place something on the floor in front of her. A faded journal. And a small metal box with no lock. No one ever saw what was inside. Until the night everything collapsed. It started with the tremors. Sirens screamed, floodlights cut through smoke, and a voice over the intercom said, "Incoming, Sector 4 breach, brace and clear." People scrambled. The gym shook. Children screamed. Then came the sound. Not a blast, but a groan, deep and old. The foundation cracked. And before anyone could react, the front wall of the building collapsed. Rubble. Dust. Screams. The chaos swallowed everything. A steel beam fell from the ceiling, slamming into the gym floor. And one soldier yelled, "The south corridor is blocked. The med crates, we can't get to them. The medicine. The comms radio. The evac flare. All buried." The commanding officer swore, pulling off his helmet. "We're blind down here." And that's when someone said, "Where's that girl?" Raya was gone. They found her hours later, crawling out of a basement vent behind the gym, her hands bloodied, one arm wrapped in a strip of curtain, carrying a metal box clutched tight to her chest. Inside, emergency flares. A salvaged comm link. A working water purifier. Handwritten maps of the safe zones. And the journal? It held notes. Detailed ones. Patterns of drone flyovers. Times of guard shifts. Temperature drops. Collapsed stress cracks she'd been tracking in the gym walls for weeks. The same journal everyone ignored. The one she opened each night in silence. She'd been preparing for this. She knew the building was failing. She just didn't know when. But instead of leaving, she stayed. To make sure someone had what they'd need to survive it. The soldiers stood in stunned silence. How did she even? Where did she learn? That's recon-level detail. Raya didn't say anything. She just sat back down in the dust. Quiet. She didn't shout. She didn't run. She didn't ask for help. She simply gave it. Quietly, completely. Until the loudest people finally listened to the quietest one. Watching.